Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this program, Ehiliz Talk Show. God's name be honored. VividView.
Say and do it.
Your words create what you speak about. Learn to speak positively. Say something, somebody.
My name is Helen Alimowa. Your words create what you speak about. Learn to speak positively. My opinion, words are powerful. It can make or mar you. Thank you.
My name is Ogenesu Memebradu. Your words create what you speak about. Learn to speak positively. In my opinion, words are the raw materials for creation. So if you want a good production or creation, you choose good raw materials. Speaking negative would give you negative creations. So if you want positive creations, you speak positively. Thank you.
My name is Alison Theophilus. Your words create what you speak about. Learn to speak positively means you just have to think very well before you say it. Thank you.
My name is Selina. Your words create what you speak about. Learn to speak positively. I would say words have creative ability, so therefore choose your words wisely.
Thank you so much for the answers given already. Your words create what you speak about. Learn to speak positively. There is power in the tongue. That's even what the Holy Book tells us. The tongue, power to create and power to destroy. Power to live and power to die in our tongue. So those are words. And words cannot come out from nowhere. Words come out from the mouth as you speak. So learn, as even advised, learn to speak positively. So whatever you want in any field, actually. If you say my own dog meme, your own dog meme, so I don't die, you go die. Because that's what you are pronouncing. Oh, this business is not working. It won't work. But if you speak power and life to whatever you are doing, life goes with it. So this our tongue and our words is very, very important. We must learn how to use it positively. Learn how to use your tongue positively. Honestly, in everything you do, in your marriage, in your business, in your academics. Oh, this something I don't think I will pass this course. It's so difficult. You will not really pass it. But if you have a positive thinking on that, if A can pass, why will I not pass the course? And you see that you actually will pass it. So what we speak goes along with us. Sometimes we say the name we give our children goes along with the names as well. And so learn to speak positively. Learn to have that positive mindset in everything you do. Wherever you find yourself and you see that God will help you to be that which you actually plan to be. Visions are spiritually created and can also manifest physically. No doubt about this. That's correct. So, overcoming the obstacles to your visions is the topic for today's discussion. We shall go for a short break, and when we come back, the guests will be introduced. We shall be right back. VividView.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, the topic again is overcoming the obstacles to your visions. And with me in the studio is a family and protection professional. Let's make welcome Apostle Sidney Akimoladun.
VividView.
Say and do it. Before discussion proper, please follow us on social media handles as displayed on the screen. Apostle, you're welcome again.
Thank you.
Nice having you.
Thank you.
Okay, may we quickly have your introduction, definition, and perspective of this subject matter?
Let me first of all start by saying that one of the most abused words, just like the way people abuse love and the rest of it, is the word vision.
So,
Almost everybody claims to have a vision. The truth is, it is not far-fetched. But unfortunately, many people don't even know what the vision is. And I think that's about the crux of the issue that we're going to be looking at today, even as we look at the obstacles, because you need to know the foundation of the issue first. So, I usually would tell people that what you call or describe as a vision, if it is not written down, is a mere thought. Right? So, until a vision is written down, which even the Bible, corroborates in the book of Habakkuk, that you should write the vision,
down,
make it plain, and so those who will run with it can read it. So until it is written, it's not yet a vision. Then that brings me to the fact that what exactly then is a vision? What do people describe as vision? I took my mind back to the fact that there is a supreme being that created all of us, which we refer to as God, and I believe so much in him. When he was about to create the world, what he had in mind was a vision. In fact, people will say that God created the world, ended it, and then went to the beginning to press play. Right? So that's exactly what vision is. Vision is a mental picture of the future that you desire, that you would feature in. So if you actually have what you call a vision, there are steps or things that will lead us to know whether that is a vision or not.
That's true.
You must have what they call a personal vision. You must have a family vision. And there should also be a corporate vision. Sure. What you have as a thought, I will emphasize, if it is not written down, it is not a vision. So one of the characteristics of why or whether it's going to be called a vision is because it is written down. Okay? So when you have a mental picture of something that you want or desire to be or aspire to be, well written down, articulated, with all of the characteristics and boxes checked, then we can say you have a vision. Again, the question is, what then is my vision? People ask me all the time, I don't know what my vision is. Can you help me? Yes, I may be able to guide you, but I can't help you because it starts with number one, self-discovery. Until you know who you are, you eventually won't find your vision or fulfill your vision. 3 basic questions I usually tell a lot of people that you must ask and almost answer. When I say almost, I'm very careful because loads of people die without fulfilling their vision.
And they also die with their vision.
I'm going to build a house. It's not necessarily your vision. It's an aspiration. I'm going to have a car. It's not necessarily your vision. It's an aspiration. Your vision is a product of who and entirely you have been created to be. It's like a manufacturer. What he does is that he has a picture of what maybe a car manufacturer, for example, of what a car should be like, what the car should do, what's the purpose and intent of the car. Then he goes to the drawing board, puts the design, puts all the mechanical parts together, and then eventually he comes up with a car. That product in the hands of the user and what it does is the vision of that inventor. So I think we're making a point here. So your vision is actually finding out who you are with the help of God. Number one question, like I tell people, who am I? What am I doing here? And where do I go from here? If these things guide you, together with all the other things we're going to say much later, which are some of the facts that you need to, discover yourself, then find the things that you're passionate about, then you can actually say, I have a vision for my life. This is who I'm born to be.
Thank you so much for that sharp introduction, really. Many people are confused of what vision is, as a matter of fact. But thank God we have just made our audience and also the viewers to understand what it is. That except a vision is written down, you may not have a vision. So what are the major challenges that are militating against one's vision?
Great. So like I said earlier, it's very important you discover who you are. How do you discover who you are? Many times people ask me, why am I still not yet at my vision? Your vision is not a sprint. Your vision is a marathon.
Of course.
Because many a times people say, oh, I must fulfill my vision before I die. You may not. You may leave it as a legacy for people to pursue.
That's true.
Let's be clear about that.
Yeah.
So you don't kill yourself or overburden yourself because, at the end of the day, I couldn't fulfill my vision. What I'm doing right here is part of my vision. I was created to edify.
Yeah.
I was created to bless people. I was created to speak words of affirmation, words that will cause people to discover and to find that inner person that they are. So part of what I'm doing right now is my vision. So if I didn't become the president of this country, it doesn't make me not have fulfilled my vision.
Exactly.
Okay. So one of the first obstacles people usually will tell me, and that's why I was going to lay some foundations again here, is that I can't fulfill my vision because I don't have money. It's a misconception because you actually have not found your vision. Okay? If you say money is the only challenge, what about focus?
Oh.
What about procrastination? What about the little wins? Because I tell people, listen, what exactly is success? The society has told us success is having flashy cars, big houses, meet with the creme de la creme, have a network of people that are mighty in government.
It doesn't end there.
No, no. I took a decision this morning to wake up, get myself dressed, and to come to this show. By the time this show is ended, I've actually achieved a success.
That's true.
The same way it applies with our vision. Your vision doesn't unfold itself just in one day. You don't wake up and know completely who you are. I discovered there's a thin line between your vision and your destiny. In as much as you don't know what your destiny is, your end product, you can actually make small changes every day to point you in the direction of who ultimately you will become. So every time you learn something, every time you gain knowledge, every time you improve yourself, every time you pursue something that is written down according to what your picture, your mental picture of who you want to be, you're actually on your way to fulfilling your vision. But some people will eventually end up not meeting that goal. Maybe they are caught before their time, or just because of certain reasons. So obstacles, number one I'll mention, is lack of focus.
Lack of focus.
Lack of focus. Number two is lack of motivation. Because you can have a vision, and if there's nothing...
You're not being motivated.
If you're not motivated, you can't get there. So it's important that people understand that, see, if you have a vision, it doesn't arrive one day. If you don't have all the resources today, tomorrow is a short day.
Yeah.
Make sure you are making deliberate steps, whether it is learning, meeting somebody, gaining understanding of how the thing works. Make sure you make deliberate steps to achieving that goal. These obstacles are many, but we may not be able to mention them. But if you do this, I'm sure you're on your way to your vision.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll take a break now. VividView.
Say and wait.
Welcome back. We are still discussing overcoming the obstacles to your vision. And this takes me now to the topic. It says, why are many not succeeding with their visions? It sounds pathetic.
Yeah, it sounds pathetic. One of the first things I usually tell people, and it's a bit pathetic too, is that in as much as our motivational speakers tell us that your environment doesn't play a factor to who eventually you become, it does in many ways. There are people today who are born in the rural parts of Nigeria who will never get to Lagos, and they may never fulfill their vision because of where they were given birth to. So it happens in all parts of the world too, not just in Africa. So these issues can be very daunting. They can be very challenging. Why would somebody not fulfill their vision? Because number one, they've not even discovered it in the first place. Who exactly am I born to be? What are the things that I'm doing that is making people look at me and say, this guy looks like he's going somewhere. This guy looks like he will end up becoming a product that society or his family or his generation will be proud of. Those things are pointers. Many people will not fulfill their vision because they are fulfilling somebody else's vision.
I want you to explain that
Okay.
further. How are they fulfilling other people's vision without fulfilling theirs?
Great.
Yes.
I want my child to be a doctor. Have you found out from that child? Is that what he or she loves? I have a young daughter. Recently, one of the teachers saw me and said, "Sir, you need to bring that girl to a music school. She's passionate about music. She's passionate about dance. She's passionate about the creative arts." And the truth is that what this teacher said is 100% correct. We also have discovered that. So for me to end up and say, because I want an engineer to come out from my bloodline, I want a doctor to come out from my bloodline, you must be a doctor, I've ended up killing her vision. One of the things I said to her recently when they finished their exams is, please just do me well and come out with good grades. You see that your vision, you will fulfill it. You want to dance, you want to be creative, you want to sing, that is what you will become.
But acquire education first.
Yes, exactly.
That's the starting point.
Exactly. So it's very important that people must not let people... See, somebody says, if you don't have your vision, you will end up featuring in somebody's television. Okay? So when people ask me, how do I fulfill my vision? First and foremost, what are the things that you are passionate about? Somebody told me a few days back, he said, "Sir, I think you are a social crusader." Because things about society just, they just make you feel sick. And that's the truth. So it tells me where exactly I'm pointed to. So I can't be a politician. That's not what I'm called to do.
Exactly.
Okay, so another thing I find out is that if you don't have good values, you would end up messing up your vision. There is a message I read and I, preached some time ago. It was called The Untamed Passion of a Gifted Man. The untamed passion of a gifted man. No matter how much you are gifted, no matter how much you have on your inside, if values like character, good morals, transparency, being truthful, being pious or righteous are not there,
Integrity.
you may get integrity and all of that. You may get to somewhere, but you will not end up getting to where you are supposed to be.
Exactly.
So all of these things must be in place. These are things that people have as obstacles to their visions, and they are fighting devils and fighting family members and all of that. So
instead of them to look inwards and see
Exactly.
where the problem really lies.
So if your values are good, you're sure your visions will be good. If you have problem with funding, sometimes, like I tell people, I also have problem with funding.
Okay.
There are dreams I want to, actualize at times, and then people are not able to put in the necessary fund. Don't let it die. You may sell it to your children, you may sell it to the future, but as long as it is with you, do everything your possible best to make sure that vision is actualized.
Thank you so much. How can one not thrive with his or her vision amidst obstacles or challenges? Because there are obviously challenges, really.
There's so many challenges. I was speaking with my good friend before the show started, and one of the things he asked me is, how is it you're looking good even with this challenging environment? And I said, one of the first things I do is to create my own environment.
Abi. I feel good.
The last thing you want to do in this part of the world is worry. It will do you no good.
At all.
It will do you absolutely no good. So when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is to be grateful for all the things that I have. Where I am right now, grateful for life, grateful for my family, grateful for all the people He has put around me. That heart of gratitude propels me to want to push to do the next thing. Right? So what did I do yesterday? Where did I leave off? Today is another day to add to it. I'm never in despair. I'm never sorrowful. I'm not going to allow what is going on. So when you ask me, how do I thrive in challenging times like this? Gratitude, number one.
Gratitude.
Very important. Be grateful for the time you are in now.
Write it
because
down.
you don't even know what the next minute has. So when you are grateful for that, it just attracts all the good things to you.
Yeah.
Right? It's a choice to be joyful.
Yes.
It's not the condition you are in.
Yeah.
It's a choice. So when I do all of that, everything that comes to me, I become content with it part time. So these are things that makes me personally drive. So I'm sharing them with you. Never be too ambitious. Because even when we talk about visions, there is what I call smart visions, like what people call smart goals. It must be simple, it must be measurable, it must, realistic, time bound, achievable and all of that. The same thing with you. So when I discover who I am, what am I doing about it?
He didn't say never be ambitious, but he used over ambitious.
Exactly.
Because if you're not ambitious, you're not a human being.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope you get the difference between the two. Okay, please continue.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
So it's very important because many a times we bring in things that are not our problems into our lives. So that way we begin to be competitive. I mean, why should I want to be competitive? Everybody created has his own clock.
Benny.
So if you achieved something yesterday, I would achieve mine tomorrow. So why should I kill myself over what you have become? I know many of my mates who are dead. I know many who seem to have gone ahead of me. And I know many who are simply behind me. That is who we are part time. So it's very important that gratitude, focus, being content, all of these things can help you thrive in times like this. And please don't ever throw away that thing that is your vision. No matter what it is, even if it is to Japa, because I need to say it.
Yes.
A lot of people are living their visions and running away into countries or places where their vision will not be actualized.
At all.
I said it to somebody last time and he said to me, the thing you told me 2 years ago is the reason I have not left this country.
Yeah, that's true. You don't know.
So it's very important. It's very important.
Okay. Thank you so much. Just as you started from the beginning, many people are confused on what vision is. It's same thing now. People are Japan going, is it also your vision to Japan? So watch it. Don't go because of there's a palace, old palace those days that when a rat runs into water with lizard, when lizard comes out, it shakes, his body is scale. It shakes the body, the water falls off. But rat that has hairs will be cold, not until sun or whatever for some time, to be shivering before the water will dries off. So that's what it is. So don't always do things because, we said it in one of we've treated earlier, do things because you see others doing it. Prayerfully find that. And that says that vision is spiritually created.
I love that.
Because if you don't ask God, who is the owner of it, you may not be able to know what you're going to do. There's a purpose God created each and every one of us.
Who am I? Yeah.
There's a purpose. What I'm doing now is my vision.
Great.
I didn't study mass communication university. I'm a financial person.
Neither am I too.
Yes. My first degree is accounting. My second degree is a master in finance. So I'm a financial person. But God said, do this. And I disobeyed 3 years before. He said, if you don't do it, I'll give it to somebody else. I said, who am I? Because I was not thinking, where am I? Should I be? I didn't study this. That's putting human wisdom. This is not my line. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yes, for 3 years, 2011, I had that. But I started 2014. So I just made 10 years this year in this program.
Congratulations.
So you can only have these true prayers. Whatever you believe in, pray, ask God, and then He will direct you. All right. Thank you so much. We'll take a break now. VividView.
Say and do it.